Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Empires and Puzzles, and today brings us another new portal. This time around, it is Monster Island, and gosh, it has been a while since we've seen Monster Island. How can you tell it's been a while? Well, they took the time, energy, and effort to only release one new character right here at Sorcha, and she is at 1643. That's pretty good, right? Brand new character, brand new CP, but look who else they featured with her. We've got Revna at 1506 and Sigan at 1494. So if you've been asking yourself, maybe has it been a while since we've seen Monster Island? Well, yes. This CP difference shows you it has indeed been quite a while since we have seen Monster Island. In fact, let's just say at an average CP creep of about 12 a month. We're looking at like 10 months probably or so since we've seen the last Monster Island. So anyway, it's back. Let's go ahead and get into this character review because that's what we're here for. So we do get a new dark rogue here in Sorcha. She is of the Plains Hunter family. So a reminder of what that family bonus is going to be. It is a bonus for 2, 3, 4, or even 5 heroes for plus 5, 10, 15, or 20% attack. So a pretty basic family bonus. The reason that seems so simplistic is because it's very old, right? Like this particular family bonus is very, very old from when Monster Island was first released. They haven't updated it all, so like it's not a particularly exciting thing. In fact, if you only have one Plains Hunter, which is pretty likely, you're only getting a 5% attack boost. So not super exciting there. All right, next up, we have a special skill damage reduction. This character has a 10% chance to drop direct damage received from special skills to 1. Now that is always cool, and I've enjoyed this in some of my other characters. I happen to have Revna. It is fun watching some of those hits get dropped to 1. But regardless, it's only 10% of the time, so you'd like it to happen more often, but it's great when it does. All right, damage over time on special. When this character casts their special skill, they give a Hunter's Mark on a random enemy that will receive 150 damage over 3 turns. So that's not very exciting. That's 50 damage a turn. Again, this passive is a little bit dated at this point and could probably use a refresh. Hunter's Marks can stack. So you can get up to 10 Hunter's Marks on a target and they'll take 1,500 damage in total. But in reality, I don't think that many people are running a Monster Island team, mostly because they're very dated characters, so the CP has fallen off. So I don't see that as being a big issue. This passive is probably something forgettable at the moment as well. Now, over here in our 8th power, we have Attack Up, which will give her the 20% additional attack for the first 6 turns. That is always helpful. And operating at fast speed, which we do like, is going to be Weakening Strike. Okay, so it is going to be dealing 410% damage to the target and nearby enemies. At fast speed, that's pretty decent. Reduces the max health of the target and nearby enemies by 1,200 over 3 turns. I mean, it's over 3 turns, but still 1,200 is a lot of max health reduction, so I kind of like that. The effect is stronger against targets with boosted health. We knew that. The target's duration is reset if the target is healed. Or sorry, the debuff duration is reset if the target is healed. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's fun. And deals extra damage versus Holy. So we do get a little bit of extra damage versus Holy. That's fine. But let's get into this. What makes this character interesting? Well, it's not going to be probably the family bonus or some of these passives. Those aren't really exciting. But this special, operating at fast speed as a hit 3 and the max health reduction is interesting to me, especially considering that it's going to have that duration, which I thought was not a lot of fun until I realized that if they get healed, it's going to reset the duration of this effect. So it's over 3 turns. If they heal, it's going to go back to 3 turns, and you can just continue to max health reduce them by 400 a turn for as long as they try to keep healing this effect off, which is very interesting in its own way. I'd say that is what makes this character at least somewhat interesting to pull for, but I wouldn't necessarily go super out of my way. So on a scale of 1 to 10, we have to rate this character. I'm going to say she's a solid 8. She definitely operating at fast speed and a Reaper and the max health reduction. All of these things are cool. If you pull her, definitely level her. She's going to be worth it for you. But I don't know if she's like a big enough game changer to go chasing too much. This might be one of those things where you let the universe bring it to you instead of you going after it. Yeah, interesting character, but all in all, I'm not sure that there's much more to say about this other than the fact that it is cool that if the targets are healed, that it resets that max health reduction. 400 a turn can add up very quickly, especially if they continue to prolong it. Also, operating at fast speed, even if it falls off, I mean, there's a good chance that you're going to get another fast speed special off and start the process all over again. So she does serve a purpose. She is interesting, and max health reduction can be a headache, even for the best of teams. Okay, everyone, thanks for joining in. And as always, if you like what I do, there's a little button, bottom right, click that guy, and you can subscribe, and that way you find me easier in the future. And we will catch you next time. Thanks, everyone.